Welcome to the channel. My name is Grizzy, and today we have the Apex Legends Season 8 tier list. Now, this video isn't just your average tier list. In this video, I have given each legend unique cards, and on these cards, I'm going to be rating each legend 1 to 5 on their offensive capabilities, their defense, their team utility, and their adaptability. While utilizing this ranking system, I'm going to be placing legends into separate tiers from D to S tier, so you guys know exactly which legends you should use to dominate with in Apex Legends Season 8. If you have any questions regarding any rating, or simply have a different opinion from my rankings, make sure to comment down below in the comment section, and I'll make sure to comment back. Now let's get right into these ratings. First up, we're going to start at the bottom with the one and only D tier legend in all of Apex. The legend that holds the spot for the worst legend in the game for me right now is Rampart. Now, I know with the start of Season 8, Rampart did receive some buffs, with the angle of her turret now being able to turn 180 degrees, and her amped cover receiving a building health of 45 while it's in the building process to help provide some defenses to her. But Rampart's kit is pretty stale and really encourages a campy playstyle. I will admit that if a Rampart can have plenty of time to set up and create a defensive fortress, then she can be effective that way. However, this does not happen a lot of the times in game. A lot of time to be successful in Apex, you need to utilize movement. And you know what? All other legends are really better in a lot of other situations throughout the entire game than just camping for that late end game. Also, if you wanted a defensive legend to hold down a specific location, she's also outclassed by a legend like Caustic, who can also play aggressively in addition to being able to play defensively. Personally, I don't want there to be any D tier legends, but Rampart should get a rework because her kit is all about staying stationary when the game as we know it and we love is all about fluid movement and aggression. Rampart gets 1 star for offense, 4 stars for defense, 1 star for utility, and 1 star for adaptability, which makes her a D tier legend. After Rampart, we move into our one and only C tier legend, and that legend is Mirage. Mirage has a fun playstyle that can be rewarding when you get that perfect bamboozle. However, this legend's kit just doesn't provide much usefulness to the team. Yes, Mirage does become invisible when reviving or rezzing a teammate, but you can hear the revive, and Lifeline and Gibraltar outclass him in that regard. They did find a way to add footstep audio to his clones this season, so that does help a small bit. However, high level players are going to be much more difficult to confuse with Mirage's abilities. This doesn't mean that Mirage can't be played at a high level, and if Mirage is your main, maybe you can teach me the way of the bamboozle, but in my tier list, Mirage gets 3 stars for offense, 2 stars for defense, 2 stars for utility, and 3 stars for adaptability, rounding out as a C tier legend. Next up, let's talk B tier legends, and these legends generally are very balanced. Starting out in the B tier, we have Loba. Loba has moved up from C tier to B tier for me because of the many buffs that she has gotten recently. If you're a newer player and you are really struggling to use any weapon, but you need a certain gun to be effective, Loba might be a great starting point for you because she can pretty much guarantee you a solid selection of loot early game, and they also gave her the ability to steal from care packages with her black market boutique. Loba really can provide some solid benefit to the team, especially since she gets her ultimate so early in the game now. Her usefulness does really drop off as late game comes around, since generally most teams have great weapons and armor, and this legend doesn't really provide any tactical or engagement advantage with the team other than the ammo and weapons that she will be able to provide. Her bracelet tactical is pretty buggy and sometimes doesn't even work, and it is very difficult to be aggressive with the bracelet to push players. If they're going to allow a quicker bracelet travel speed and they allow Loba to get her weapon out quickly after throwing her tactical, man, that legend would be so good. The legend would be A tier, maybe even S tier. For me, Loba gets 2 stars for offense, 2 stars for defense, 3 stars for utility, and 2 stars for adaptability. After Loba, we have the new legend on the scene, the Explosion Fanatic, Fuse. Fuse can be a really fun legend to play. He has a knuckle cluster which can damage players, and his passive ability allows him to shoot grenades more accurately and at a further distance. He is also able to stack grenades in his inventory with his passive. Honestly, Fuse's passive I think is the best part about his kit, and I think it really carries him. The knuckle cluster is okay, but it isn't always useful for the team, and the Ring of Fire ultimate is average. Yes, the ultimate does do a lot of damage if you get hit by it, but it's pretty easy to avoid, and I don't know why they just wouldn't add fire that would concentrate all in one center spot. Wouldn't that actually be much more effective, Mr. Fuse? But yeah, Fuse to me is a fun character for pubs, but doesn't provide as much to the team as some other legends. Fuse gets 3 stars for offense, 3 stars for defense, 2 stars for utility, and 2 stars for adaptability, rounding him out as a B tier legend. Now after Fuse, we move on to Wattson, another B tier legend. Wattson is a great legend if you want to play her playstyle, but let's be honest, what player wants to play camping in buildings and holding positions unless you're playing in the ALGS scrim? Wattson isn't very effective with pushing other players, and her kit is more defensive and reactive with her ultimate. The trophy system is very useful, but note to self, if you have a Horizon on your team, watch where you put that trophy system, because I accidentally kept fitting my Horizon on my team from using her Gravelift. Whoops. Wattson does have a good hitbox size, but still has low profile. She gets 1 star for offense for me, 5 stars for defense, 3 stars for utility, and 3 stars for adaptability, making her a B tier legend in Season 8. After Wattson, we move into our next B tier legend, and that legend is Bangalore. Bangalore has gone a long time without any real significant changes or buffs. She's a very good and solid overall legend. With the recent changes to Wraith, I've been playing lots and lots of Bangalore in pubs, and I've been having tons of fun using Bangalore. Just a major downfall to Bangalore right now is due to the strength of Bloodhound and how many teams run Bloodhound currently. Bang gets 4 stars for offense, 3 for defense, 3 for utility, and 3 for adaptability. Another legend making up the B tier list is everyone's favorite robot, Pathfinder. There's rumor that Pathfinder is going to have his low profile removed, which is great news. Although Pathfinder has some of the best mobility in the game, right now he gets taken down pretty easy in close range due to his large hitbox size and that low profile passive. I hope they drop that low profile from Path, because he is one of the most fun and skillful legends to play in Apex, and he has so much potential. Pathfinder in Season 8 right now gets a 4-star rating for offense, 2 stars for defense, a 3 for utility, and a 5 for adaptability, and Path is a B tier legend. Lastly on the B tier list, as much as it pains for me to say it, but we have a new legend here, and that legend is Wraith. I actually have Wraith currently ranked as the only B+ tier legend, but they just keep nerfing her every single season, and it's honestly catching up to her. Is Wraith still a good and effective legend? Yes, she can be. But there are some other legends later down in the line that have really taken her place as better legends to be that entry fragger for squad wipes or for 1v1s. Wraith still has low profile, her hitbox is much larger now in Season 8, her portal is very useful for repositioning, but they nerf the distance so it hardly goes anywhere, and it takes a very long time for her to go into the void and for that tactical to activate. I have always been an avid Wraith main, but I have seen some effects of these nerfs this season, and she has dropped from her S tier status. I give Wraith 4 stars for offense, 2 stars for defense, 3 stars for utility, and 4 stars for adaptability, and give Wraith a B+ overall in Apex Season 8. Next, we move into our A tier legends, and our first legend in the A tier is Lifeline. Lifeline still has one of the best passives in the game, where she can revive her teammate and continue to fight. There is word that they might be reworking the abilities, but for now, Lifeline remains a really solid legend for Season 8. Lifeline gets 2 stars for offense, 3 for defense, 4 with utility, and 4 with adaptability, making her an A tier legend. After Lifeline, we have our next A tier legend, and that legend is Revenant. Especially with Kings Canyon ranked this split, this legend is actually terrifying due to his ultimate ability. You're able to pair Revenant with an Octane, place the totem, and jump pad far distances to third party and push fights for free. Revenant is definitely one of the most frustrating legends to play against. When the team is coordinated and if the team knows what they're doing, it is very, very difficult to kill the same team twice. Revenant gets 5 stars for offense due to his insane ultimate potential, 2 for defense, 2 for utility, and 3 for adaptability. Next up in the A tier, we have Crypto, and he is one of the most difficult legends to master in all of Apex. Crypto ranks so high for me because of his crazy utility that he provides for the team. He's able to recon and scout up ahead with a drone, recover banners, revive teammates, and his EMP is one of the best ultimate abilities to use for pushing other teams. If this legend is played to his max potential, he can definitely cause a lot of teams trouble. Crypto gets 4 stars with offense, 3 for defense, 5 with utility, and 4 with adaptability, making Crypto an A tier legend. Next up, we have the biggest jump between the rankings from Season 7 to Season 8, and that legend is Octane. Get it? Jump. You know, like a jump pad. Anyway, Season 7, I had Octane rated as a C tier legend, but his faster regenerating health and his new jump pad mechanics allow for some really great aggressive pushes with your team. They added the speed and distance that you can get with the jump pad now, and man, it really pays off and allows for some really fun plays in Apex. If you guys are looking for a fun and very good legend to play, Octane is one of the most fun in my opinion, and Octane gets 5 stars for offense, 1 star for defense, 3 for utility, and 3 for adaptability, making Octane an A tier legend in Season 8. So after our A tier, we are going to move into our final tier, and these are going to be our S tier legends, the absolute best legends in all of Apex. Our first S tier legend is Caustic. Caustic is S tier because he allows your team to play defensively with traps, but he can also be an extremely powerful offensive legend as well. He provides a good amount of utility for the team. He can use his gas for revives, for pushes, for blocking out other teams. Since your teammates aren't slowed in the gas, Caustic can be used to really terrorize any team indoors with his ultimate ability. For Season 8, I give Caustic 4 stars for offense, 5 stars for defense, 5 stars for utility, and 4 stars for adaptability. Now, a legend that I have been having a lot of success with and ranked this season is our next S tier legend, and that legend is Bloodhound. Bloodhound provides critical mid-fight information regarding enemy positioning, and Bloodhound also has one of the strongest and most aggressive ultimate abilities in the game. Bloodhound also provides extra utility with the ability to scan beacons and also to detect trails for enemy movement and positioning. Bloodhound gets 5 stars for offense with the amazing ultimate ability and mid-fight scans, 3 stars for defense, 3 stars for utility, and 4 stars for adaptability. After Bloodhound, we move to our next S tier legend, and that legend is the tank himself, Gibraltar. Gibby is the solid foundation to a good team because he can provide so much utility to the team. The bubble is an amazing ability for cover, for pushing aggressively, or for rotating. His ultimate allows you to reposition other teams and even take their position, and he even provides a quick revive in the bubble for the team. Gibraltar can really do it all, and this legend is absolutely deadly with a Mastiff in his bubble. That arm shield is actually OP. Gibby gets 4 stars for offense, 5 for defense, 5 for utility, and a 4 with adaptability. Now, last but not least, we have a legend who I believe has taken Wraith's spot as the best entry fragger and best offensive 1v1 legend in the game, and that legend is Horizon. Horizon provides so much for the team, and she's able to grant access to height advantage for the entire team in fights. In addition, she can use her lift as an excellent escape maneuver, and the more that I face Horizon and that ultimate ability, the more that I recognize that this ultimate is definitely useful. You can use her ultimate to separate teams, block certain choke points, and if the team does not deal with the ultimate ability immediately, then they're going to get hit by multiple arc stars, and Horizon is going to win that fight. Horizon is an S tier legend, and by herself, I think she is the best legend in the game right now. She gets 5 stars for offense, 4 stars for defense, 4 for utility, and 4 for adaptability. So alright guys, that rounds up my Apex Legends Season 8 tier list. If there ends up being some massive meta moves coming up, I can make another video explaining the new adjustments to the list. If there's any rating that you do not agree with, let me know in the comment section, and make sure you like the video to help share it to others. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Grizzy, and I'm out.